Childhood and adolescent obesity is a growing problem in the United States affecting individuals ages 2 to 20. One-third of children and adolescents are classified as overweight or obese. This epidemic is often carried into adulthood, putting these children at risk for chronic disease. The likelihood of child obesity being carried into adulthood is related to age, parental obesity, and severity of obesity. These observations provide support for the concept that early life intervention is important to treat and prevent obesity as a whole. Obesity is defined as children with a BMI greater than the 95th percentile. Severe obesity is a BMI greater than 120% of the 95th percentile. Overweight refers to children with BMI between 85 and 95th percentile. 25% of preschoolers are overweight. 33% of school-age children are overweight, and 37% of adolescents are overweight. As children get older, the rates of obesity increase. The prevalence of pediatric obesity in the United States increased dramatically from 1976 to 2014. High-risk groups are those with low socioeconomic status and those who have parents who are obese. High-risk groups include American Indian, Black, and Mexican Americans. Having 2 obese parents increases obesity in children by 15-fold. As the prevalence of childhood obesity increases, so does the prevalence of comorbidities. This has resulted in an enormous burden of obesity-related disease on the healthcare system in the United States. Comorbidities affect many body systems. The most prevalent comorbid diseases include diabetes, hypertension, dyslipidemia, obstructive sleep apnea, anxiety, and depression. With the growing epidemic of childhood obesity, research has started to focus on social and family influences on child eating patterns. This has shown that there is a strong influence on eating patterns in both the physical and social environment. Exposure to different food groups is essential to develop preferences. When different food groups are available, children are more likely to eat them. It is also important to remember that children are likely to mimic the dietary habits of parents and adults around them. Mealtime structure is a vital part of introducing healthy eating habits at a young age that can be carried over into adulthood. An increased frequency of sitting down and eating meals with the family is associated with healthier diets. Research shows that compared to those who do not watch TV during mealtime, children who do watch TV regularly during mealtime are more likely to consume junk food. Also, the frequency of eating fast food has increased, so has the intake of dietary fat, and decreased intake of fruits, vegetables, and dairy. Research shows that doubling an age-appropriate portion will increase intake and tends to lead to taking bigger bites. The socioeconomic and social factors associated with obesity include time constraints, education, income, ethnicity, and culture. Today's American families are working longer hours and with parents working outside the home. Because of the time constraints, parents are increasingly relying on convenience foods. In addition, several studies report that higher parental education has been associated with consciousness of food choices. The diets of individuals in relatively lower socioeconomic groups tend to take in higher amounts of carbohydrates, preservatives, and fats. Ethnic groups have shown to differ in their diet quality, which may be due to socio-demographic differences or cultural preferences and methods of preparation. According to Healthy People 2020, childhood obesity has been selected as one of the key issues that affect children's overall health status. Interventions and strategies target a wide range of child and adolescents in the community. In the United States, 95% of children and adolescents are enrolled in school. Public education remains the right of every child in the country. So mandating physical activity into every school day will ensure at least 30 minutes of physical activity daily. Providing low-fat, low-calorie, and low-sugar foods in the school setting will allow children to get at least one healthy meal per day. For students that may not be able to afford school lunches, there is a school lunch program. It provides nutritionally balanced, low-cost, or free lunches to children each school day. Schools should also offer the school breakfast program, which provides cash assistance to offer a healthy breakfast. Schools can also help provide children with meals on the weekend through the backpack program. This program currently provides food to 450,000 children across the United States. The Summer Food Service Program helps families who face hunger by providing them with nutritious meals and snacks when school is not in session. For children who attend after-school programs, nutritious meals and options for physical activity should be provided. School must also incorporate health classes that focus on healthy eating and promoting healthy body image. When children are taught good habits from a young age, they are more likely to carry these habits with them throughout their life. The vision is far larger, and schools are simply a starting point. Once a child is found to be overweight or obese, providers need to establish SMART goals with the patient. Raising the issue of being overweight to the patient should be in a matter-of-fact manner and avoid placing blame. Terminology used should be sensitive to the patient and include unhealthy weight or weight problem. Changes to the patient's lifestyle should be based on self-monitoring and stimulus control. For self-monitoring techniques, older children can log food and exercise. Stimulus control includes reducing access to unhealthy behaviors by removing unhealthy food from the home and removing television from the bedroom. Maintaining current weight is a realistic goal for patients who are overweight as they grow taller and their BMI decreases. For obese children, 1 pound lost a month is a safe and realistic goal. And for obese adolescents, losing 2 pounds a week is safe, but 1 to 2 pounds a month is more realistic. The patient should also be given semi-structured diet goals. Focusing eating habits opposed to prescribing a diet has better outcomes. Introducing patients to the Choose My Plate website, an interactive tool with visual tools to help educate on healthy meal choices and serving sizes. Patients should also be encouraged to increase physical activity and decrease sedentary activities. Children should limit screen time to 1 hour a day, excluding when used for homework. Obese children should aim for 60 minutes of physical activity a day. For older children, structured physical activity is more beneficial as they are accountable to a coach or leader. Nutritional counseling services should be provided to overweight and obese children to teach children about nutrition, how to read labels, and how to make healthier choices. Although the schools are the focus of many of the interventions, stakeholders and community members must also get involved. It is crucial to collaborate with local government officials. They are able to help push legislation through and get policies in place to help with healthy food choices and exercise programs. Directing increased efforts and investments upstream maximizes the potential for improved population health and addresses the root causes of health and illness. Investments need to be made for legislative change, including providing means for those of low socioeconomic standing or purchase healthier foods. Legislator to help control the amount of unhealthy food that are marketed to children while increasing the social marketing for physical activity and health food choices. Each community is different and has different needs that must be addressed. Local organizations are an asset to collaborate with as they know the community best. Working with the community promotes a sense of bonding and unity that can motivate individuals to work hard towards the common goal. Primary care providers and healthcare workers have the responsibility of educating community members. Although the primary care provider only sees a patient every couple of months to once a year, they can educate patients on healthy lifestyle choices and the importance it makes in the lives of children.